Dear friends, I welcome you to the reflection of the 33rd Sunday in Ordinary Time, Year A. And the theme of our reflection this week is, we are all spiritual tradesmen, and the Master expects a fruitful accountability when He comes. The liturgical year is coming to an end, and the church calls us to remain faithful and dedicated, to have in mind that we will give account of our stewardship. We will give account of the opportunities, of the privileges, and the talents God has given to us. And now in the first reading from the book of Proverbs, chapter 31, the author of Proverbs presents the virtuous woman as a model. Virtuous means strength or ability. And so a woman is virtuous because of the strength of her character and dedication. A virtuous woman is good. A virtuous woman is faithful. A virtuous woman knows how to put her family together. And at the same time, she knows how to reach out to the needy and to the poor. This is the symbol, this is what the church is to us today. The church prepares us to meet Christ through her teaching and charitable work. And so, dear friends, in the second reading from the first letter of St. Paul to the Thessalonians, St. Paul tries to remind his audience in Thessalonica that they are children of the light. As children of light, they are expected to be active and ready when the Son of Man comes. For no one knows when the Son of Man will come. And at the same time, St. Paul says that Christ will come like a thief at night. And so as children of light, we are not of darkness. We are of light. But He calls us to be ready, to be prepared, and to be active and diligent in our services. And so St. Paul uses the Greek word Gregorio. Gregorio, he used it to drive home a message that we Christians need to be mentally, spiritually, and physically alert. We need to be mentally alert that we will be fruitful and be ready when the Son of Man comes. And so, dear friends, in the Gospel reading from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 14 to 30, Christ used the parable of the talents to drive home the message of the last days, the message of the last judgment, the last days, and the last time, the last end of man. In the parable of the talents, Christ describes a man who, having prepared for a journey, called his servants and then shared his property with them. To the first, he gave 5 talents. The second, he gave 2 talents. And the third person, he gave 1 talent. But all he gave according to their abilities. And so, in his return, the first 2 came back with bountiful harvest, came back with double fruits of the talents the master has given them. And the last one hid the talents the master has given to him. Dear friends, this parable of the talents Christ used to show us that we are in a state of expectancy. We are in the state of expectancy where we are called to be adequately prepared and to be adequately ready when the Son of Man comes. For when He comes, we shall not give excuse. When He comes, He expects a fruitful accountability of all the opportunities, all the talents He has given to us. What we enjoy today are but opportunities God has given to us. The privileges we enjoy, the talents, the gifts you have, and all the joyous things we enjoy are but privileges Christ has given to us. But we must be accountable to them. Are we using them for the glory of the kingdom of God, or we are using them for personal aggrandizement? Let us remember that in this parable of the talents, the first 2, out of their faithfulness and dedication, were able to come back with double folds of their talents. But the last, out of his laziness, came back with exactly what he was given. And so the master condemned this attitude and condemned him also. And so, dear friends, we also need to put in mind that as Christians, we shouldn't hide the gifts God has given to us. We shouldn't hide the talents God has given to us, the opportunities, the heights and the rights we enjoy today. We must use them for the wellness of our soul, for the glory of God and for the good of the community. Our different parents, our political leaders, and our individual selves as Christians, we need to know where we are and what we enjoy. We must use them for the glory of God. For what? We must be accountable to all we have. We must be accountable for all we enjoy. We must be accountable for all God has given to us. Like the virtuous woman in the first reading, we are called to be faithful and dedicated. For the virtuous woman knows when to keep her family together. So when we become faithful, when we become dedicated, and when we become diligent in our services, then the master will not find us unaware or find us unprepared. For when giving our accounts, we must be fruitful like the first two servants who brought double fold of their talents. And then again, dear friends, we must also have in mind that like the third servant who came with excuses why he wasn't fruitful, God will not give us the opportunity of giving excuses. For like the third servant who was condemned, God will condemn us if we don't remain faithful, if we don't remain fruitful. Now, we are all spiritual tradesmen. We must use everything we have. We must use every opportunity we have. We must use every height and every throne, everything we enjoy today. We must use them to trade for the kingdom of God. We must be diligent. We must also know, that though we will give account of what we have, what Christ expects from us is that we become fruitful. And when we become fruitful, we will enjoy the benefits of the two servants whom the master called them, "Come, you faithful and wise steward, and enjoy the kingdom of your master." And that what you have, when you become faithful and diligent, the master will increase these talents and these gifts you have. May the good Lord bless his words in our hearts.